Alright, quick update on the Bitcoin dominance. So we're up 2.5% on the day, which is a pretty big move for the Bitcoin dominance. In this video, we're going to be talking about what is likely to happen next, what will happen to the altcoins if the Bitcoin dominance keeps on moving up. And before we do start this video, you should consider this video a continuation of the video that I did earlier. If you click on my channel, you might have already watched it if you're a subscriber to my channel, but I made a video earlier called Altcoin Market Update. And in that video, we talked about the total crypto market cap, but more specifically, we talked about Total 2, which is the altcoin market cap. In my opinion, the altcoin market cap is capitulating below the 618 and it is about to wipe out about 280 billion, not million, billion worth of the altcoin market cap. This could be absolutely brutal. From where we are right now, it's about 39-40% drop, and that, you know, like I said, if this moves down 40% like I predict, then altcoins are going to get absolutely slaughtered, especially the ones with low market cap. So not going to go into this in this video. Like I said, this video is a continuation because the theme of this video is the altcoins are going to be super bearish, not only against their USD pair, but more specifically against their BTC pair. Let's jump right into the video. So like I said at the start, not much to see here. The Bitcoin dominance is breaking out, 2.5% rise to the upside, and the target that I'm actually predicting for this in the short term is for us to move up about 8%. We were talking about this bull flag breakout target. If we extrapolate this bull flag, or the pole from the bull flag, you can see a move up to about 49% would yield about another 6% increase to the upside. Now, why is that going to be so brutal? Well, that's over double what we've done today. And what happened when the Bitcoin dominance moved up 2.5% today? I'm not going to go through every altcoin, but just a quick overview. Solana's down 8%, Crypto.com's down 6%, let's see, ADA's down 6%, Link's down 5%, ICP's down 5%, Matic's down 5%, Bonfire's down 5%, Atom is down 10%. All of these altcoins are getting absolutely wrecked. I mean, GMT down 36%. These are the type of cryptos that are going to get absolutely slaughtered. The new ones that have just come out are going to get slaughtered, in my opinion, coming into the bear market. You can see basically every altcoin BTC pair. You can see here JASMY, Tron, NEAR, KNC, Link, AMP, that's a USD pair, but all of these, they're massively bleeding out against Bitcoin. So imagine what can happen if we move up another 6%. Well, the altcoin when the Bitcoin dominance moves up, it simply means that in terms of the total crypto market cap, which is this chart here, it simply means that out of that market cap, so at this moment in time, it is 1.2 trillion. And if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, you can see it's 46%. So if we take 1.2 trillion, divide it by 100 to get 1%, and then times it by 46%, you can see that this is, this is obviously not including all the zeros for this, but Bitcoin should be valued at around about 552 billion. If we go over to Bitcoin and look at the market cap for this, how can I find the market cap of this? Let me just search for it. Bitcoin market cap. What do you know? 566 billion. So what this means, the Bitcoin dominance moves up, altcoins get absolutely wrecked. Can you imagine, zooming out to the weekly time frame, what will happen if Bitcoin moves up to the 60% or 65% mark, which from where we are right now could be about another 30 to 40% increase. We went up 2.5% today and altcoins capitulated like there's no tomorrow. What happened the last time that Bitcoin was consolidating in a pattern or a channel, whatever you want to call it? This was a channel, the previous time it was a pattern. What happened the last time Bitcoin consolidated in a channel and then broke above the EMA ribbons after a huge downtrend? Well, this actually happened. We broke out of this pattern and we flipped the EMA ribbons coming into Q3 or Q4 rather of 2018. And if you were in 2018, the date December 2018 might ring a bell. This was when the Bitcoin bear market hit and subsequently the altcoin bear market hit. altcoins got absolutely wrecked during the bear market. And what happened during the bear market? Well, Bitcoin dominance increased from a measly 35% valuation to a modest 74% valuation. Within that move, the market cap of Bitcoin may have went down, but the market cap of altcoins dropped much faster than Bitcoin. And this is why we saw the increase in the dominance. Now, if you didn't understand how this worked before, that's how it works. It doesn't really matter if Bitcoin is going up or down in terms of its market cap. It simply matters, is the altcoin market cap moving up or down faster than Bitcoin? And when the altcoin market caps move faster down than Bitcoin's moving down, then the Bitcoin dominance rises, which makes sense. If you've got 10 cryptos in the world, only one of them is Bitcoin. Let's say you've got a total crypto market cap. At that moment in time, Bitcoin takes up 10% of that market cap. If the other altcoins move down 99.99% and Bitcoin only moves down 1%, then obviously Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance would be at like 99% or something, because the altcoin market caps wouldn't really have much of a valuation. They wouldn't have much capital in them. And that is exactly what we saw coming into the previous bear market. Now, what you'll notice is when the Bitcoin dominance drops, this is when we're entering a bull market. And the reason for this is because people get, well, they don't necessarily get bored of Bitcoin, but they're looking for more asymmetrical returns. They see Dogecoin going up 10,000%. And in this market cap, when this Bitcoin dominance dropped, this was the bull run over here. This was when people were like, you know, I want to get into Dogelon, I want to get into crypto.com, I want to get into these Dogecoins, these move to earn coins, because they'll yield a higher return. But what happens is when you do consolidate, when you do enter the bear market and you break out of these patterns, the Bitcoin dominance goes up and altcoins get wrecked. This is the tip of the iceberg that we've seen today. Once again, I can't emphasize this enough. Bitcoin is up, the Bitcoin dominance rather is up 2.5%. 2.5%. That is absolutely measly compared to if we moved back up to a 60% valuation. This would be, you know, more than 10 times the amount of dominance added than what we did today. And what I mean by that is we moved up 2.5% today. So if we moved up another 25%, that would be 10 times more than what we did in a single day. Look at the altcoin market cap today. Look at how the altcoins are performing against Bitcoin. Can you imagine what's going to happen if the Bitcoin dominance moves up 2.5% a day for the next 10 days? It's not going to happen that quickly. It's going to take months. It's going to take ages. I mean, zoom back. This took a while. We don't go up in a straight line on the Bitcoin dominance. You do sometimes go down in a straight line pretty much if you're in a bear market, but coming into the bull market, they're long, they're boring, they're choppy. They fake people out. They go up. So when the Bitcoin dominance goes up, altcoins get wrecked, and then people get suckered back into the altcoins. They buy the dip down here, they get wrecked again, they get suckered back in, they buy the dip, they get wrecked, they get suckered back in, they buy the dip, and finally they get wrecked before the Bitcoin dominance massively capitulates going into a bull market. We are not in altcoin season. I'm seeing, you know, a lot of talk over on crypto Twitter and crypto YouTube. I see thumbnails recommended for me for other YouTube channels. I really don't watch other crypto YouTubers. Like, maybe sometimes I'll watch like one or two others, but I really don't have too much time anymore, so I don't actually watch any other YouTubers. Not to throw shade or anything, I am very busy. That being said, I'm seeing people saying, you know, altcoin season is near. Bitcoin dominance is breaking out. You are going to get absolutely wrecked, in my opinion, if you're heading into altcoins right now. That's really all I wanted to say. I mean, like I said, today's video was a continuation of what we talked about in the total crypto market cap and what we talked about in the others market cap. The total 2, which is the altcoin market cap, and also the others dominance. So be very careful. I can't emphasize this enough. Let's just look at some altcoin pairs, go over to the weekly and see how altcoins are performing against Bitcoin. If you are invested in altcoins and you don't look at their Bitcoin pairs, you could be absolutely shooting yourself in the foot, because I understand why people buy altcoins. They want asymmetrical returns. They want returns that they would not get in the Bitcoin market. But you have to acknowledge, by buying an altcoin, you're taking on tons of exogenous risk that you would not be taking on if you simply bought Bitcoin. So The matter of the fact is there's two caveats with this. If you're buying altcoins, you're taking on extra risk and you're hoping for extra reward. But if you're buying an altcoin that has obviously extra risk than Bitcoin, you want it to outperform Bitcoin. Otherwise, if your altcoin is, not performing well against Bitcoin, like every altcoin right now, like if you're in JASMY, if you're in Tron, Tron's doing okay, but macro term we're still very, very bearish. So, look at these charts. If you're holding these altcoins, you're taking on tons of extra risk than if you just held Bitcoin. And if you just held Bitcoin, you would be so much better off. For example, from the top, GMT is down 74%, not against its USD pair, against its Bitcoin pair. NEAR, from the all-time high, is down 62% from its Bitcoin pair. Link, this hasn't got a plethora of trading history, but let's just say hypothetically this is the all-time high, 90% down. Okay, here we go. We've got a bigger chart here, so I'm actually going to remove that other one. Yeah, about 90% down from the all-time high. AMP. Once again, we don't have a plethora of data traded on this, but we're about 70% down from the all-time high. Matic from the all-time high. Oh, that's the wrong thing. And I've drawn the fib slightly wonky here. But nonetheless, actually it might have been on the daily there, and we can't see it, so I'll keep it. Matic is down 69% from Bitcoin's against the Bitcoin pair from its all-time high. The graph is down 92% against its Bitcoin pair. Ethereum is down. So Ethereum actually didn't outperform Bitcoin this market cycle. We made a lower high, which is very interesting. Basically, if you bought Ethereum in 2017, even after the big pump, you're still down 61% against Bitcoin. So be very, very cautious. If you're trading altcoins, if you're holding altcoins anyway, if you want to buy the dip on altcoins, do your own research. I don't recommend it. I don't give financial advice. This is my trading plan. But for the love of God, if you are buying altcoins right now, check the BTC pairs. Who cares about the US dollar valuation when we're entering a bear market? All cryptos are going to go down against the US dollar in the bear market. What matters in a bear market, and what matters in a bull market as well, is that if you're holding an altcoin and it's not outperforming Bitcoin, you are basically putting money in a toilet and flushing the chain, and you're being knowledgeable that you're doing it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Even top performing altcoins right now, like Solana, are getting absolutely wrecked against Bitcoin. This is not Solana USD, this is Solana BTC. And Solana is down 68% from its BTC all-time high. Does this mean we should never buy altcoins again? Does this mean we should never touch Solana? That is not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying, while the Bitcoin dominance is going up, while we're in a bear market, it does not make sense to DCA altcoins whatsoever. What does it make sense to do then? Because you might be wondering, well, when do I know when to buy Bitcoin? Or when do I know when to buy altcoins? I made a video about this on my channel. If you search on my channel, I believe it's either called Bitcoin, how to spot or how to buy the bottom, or it might be called Bitcoin navigating the bear market lows. I made it in like the past week. Let me just actually confirm. Let me pull it up on my phone. I do everything in one take, so I'm not even gonna cut this. I called the video Bitcoin finding the cycle bottom. It was 4 days ago. Maybe by the time you're watching this, it's about 5 days ago. But yeah, from the time of uploading, it was 4 days ago. So I highly recommend you watch that video. I'm only going to give you one piece of alpha that I gave in that video. But for example, look at this. The weekly RSI, as we were breaking down on the RSI and the price in the previous bear market, look at what happened. If you bought the breakout of the weekly RSI, you would have bought on the 28th of Jan. What was the price on the 28th of Jan? We were at 3,400. When was the exact bottom for Bitcoin? It was at 3,100. If you simply waited for the breakout of the RSI, you would have bought within 9% of the exact bottom. That is the equivalent of buying for cheaper than the absolute bottom on the March 2020 crash. So this is just one thing to watch out of an entire video that I made on what to keep your eyes on to spot the bottom on Bitcoin. And I'm telling you, I was here in this cycle. Bitcoin breaks out, and altcoins do not break out until Bitcoin starts to consolidate to the side. So at this moment in time, every time Bitcoin pumps up a couple of percent and the altcoins run, that just tells me that the bottom is not in, because that is not what happens at a bear market low. On a bear market low, when the bottom is in for Bitcoin and Bitcoin starts to push up, people are terrified to buy altcoins because, you know, the Moon Boys in the previous cycle, they were buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip. And then once we finally found the bottom, they were completely wrecked. I mean, if you were buying the dip from the top, you probably got absolutely slaughtered. So, you know, people were very wary about buying altcoins at the exact lows. But I'm taking things in a different perspective. I'm not looking to buy the dips on altcoins as Bitcoin is breaking down. I've been very adamant about this. Keep your eyes on the Bitcoin dominance. I'll give you an update on this the next time I see anything major happening. But as a rule of thumb, Bitcoin dominance is up 2.5% today. If we see another 2.5%, 5%, or something like that coming in tomorrow, I'm telling you, these altcoins are going to continue to get absolutely slaughtered. Be very careful if you're trading altcoins. Anyway, as always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.